welcome to my channel, Infinitely Lily Channeling Angels. My name is Maria, and I am an intuitive energy reader and trance channel delivering messages to the awakening collective of twin flames, soulmates, star seeds, and all other energetically sensitive archetypes. So I'm going to leave this reading open to spirit to see what is coming through here. So this will likely be a collective energy update or collective reading with some personalized threads of energy. So some more specific energy Spirit is showing me. So the Spirit's coming through is a grandmother figure, and I just seen a G name, so Gigi, or it could be her actual name, like Georgija or something like that. So it could be a Spanish name even, or a name from a different culture. Okay, so she has a message here for someone watching. A grandmother figure in general. So this can reach multiple people. I feel, but there's a couple messages in it. Is the Five of Swords reversed. So they're showing me that something was stealing your energy recently. It seems like to do with work, and you've cut the cord, is what I've heard. Spirit just showed me the Wheel of Fortune in motion. So maybe you had to leave a situation that was stealing your energy. Also a completion here with the World card. The Wheel of Fortune and the World card. Spirit is showing me. So, you leveled up, Spirit is saying. So there is a completion here because of what you chose. So you are being rewarded for the path that you are on currently. So not even something that you chose, but it's because it's an old timeline fell away. So this is a breakthrough. And if you watch my channel, I'm going to be talking about this so much about we unlock these new levels of self when we become into greater and greater balance within ourselves. We start to break through the glass floor, and we start going up and up and up in frequency. So this is what happened here. What you were working on, the catalyst was your career or something that you stopped, or you did something different. This maybe not be for everybody, but you quit forcing it. Okay, so we generally get stuck in thinking we only have two options. We're just so used to that. We only see two things, and then we shift something inside of us. We come into balance within an energy, and we open up the door that's always been there, but we kind of slide through, which is what was a blockage before. We turn into balance, and we start to penetrate through that. Okay, so if you found this reading and you're here now, I feel like you're here for a reason. So just stay here, because I started off pretty superficial at the beginning of this reading, but Spirit is guiding me to go deep. Okay, so my channel is about depth. Like, I am here to teach what I've learned. Okay, and what I've figured out through trial and error is how to ascend through the balancing of energy. So when you harmonize an energy within you, you literally crack open the illusion that was the end, and you start to go deeper. And I know that's really confusing to say, but I feel like it's gonna get somebody's attention that's listening. Okay, thank you. So that grandmother energy is saying, like, I don't know, I guess I said what I needed to say there, but which is interesting because it's very vague, I guess. The depth is quantum, but the message was vague. But that's what she's saying. That's what you did. You ascended through the glass ceiling. Okay, whoever's watching here, because you. So there's such a hard thing to explain, and I've been working on getting it so that it makes sense for people. So we have our masculine and feminine energy, which is the same energy, but depending on which way you look at it, okay? So every energy can be out of balance, okay? And it'll have a masculine form of out of balance and a feminine form of out of balance. When we figure out how to shift those back into their natural state, we crack that energy open and we go to a higher level. Okay, so what we perceive to be the truth before shifts, and then we start to see that there's something else, another layer to access, okay? And that's what happened here, okay? And I'm feeling it in my chest, like, intensely. So this is a cracking of the heart chakra for sure. I'm just asking Spirit to give me an example, but they just want me to just keep trying to explain this. Yes, so there's this free-flowing energy coming from your heart chakra. You could have completed a deep, deep level, very, very deep and very, very intensive shadow work, inner healing journey. And this could have been years or even decades. And Spirit is showing me that you have completed this. So you are like back to, it's like before perhaps trauma pulled you out of your center, right? That's what trauma is intended to do, to shake you up so that you can start becoming aware of yourself, right? So we kind of put these points of trauma in our lives that we know we're going to hit to start to shake things up, because the unconscious autopilot only works if everything is in alignment. But if something is out of whack, eventually you'll hit a dead end, or you'll start creating things you don't want. So you have to wake up and you have to realize, oh crap, like I can fix this by fixing what's inside of me. And so what's inside of you is energy, right? We are energy, okay? So we are moving energy constantly. Energy is moving through us. Through each chakra is the level of density. And so we essentially have 7 dimensions that we can channel energy through. 7 layers within us that we say, but they're not their own. There's levels in between. When we have a limited belief, we put a little blockage in our meridian, in our energetic field, and that energetic field blocks us from feeling feelings, okay? Specific feelings. So we only have maybe like 5, like some people only have like 5 feelings to choose from. And if you're deeply, unconscious, you probably are living in your root chakra, and I talked about this in my last video. You're in like one-dimensional, okay? This is where I started at the beginning of my journey. I was one-dimensional. Like, I look back, like I had the awareness of consciousness, but it was unconscious to me, as strange as that is. But I knew I was like one-dimensional. So I was aware of my higher self, but as soon as anything became conscious to my lower self, it became chaotic. And I had to slowly integrate both levels. So depending on how many blockages you have in your field is going to depend on your vibration, right? And that's obvious. But what a blockage is a limited belief rooted in fear. Fear is you're believing something that's not real, okay? So it causes you to think a certain way. So you're like, okay, I believe that I need to produce something to be worthy. So then you have, that's rooted in the fear that if I don't produce something, I'm not going to be worthy.